Hello YouTube, this is Cloud9Nerd bringing you a Zing update video. In this video, I want to discuss what I've been doing with Zings. I'm going to include a little deck profile of what I've been working on and just talk about it briefly and then let you guys know where this is going. So without further ado, I'm going to first get into the deck profile. Now, this isn't my deck profile. This is a deck profile of someone who got, I believe, 7th place at an event. I don't know all the details, the person's name or the event, but I'll definitely link the original deck profile down below. So he ran triple Chewin, triple Jiatao, and then 2 Swannies, 2 Beyonds, and 2 Bixie, basically 2 of the best non-tuner ones. 1 Pulao and 1 Tautai. 1 Mass Chameleon. This is card of my choosing. I believe he ran a TG Striker, but I like Mass Chameleon better. I feel like it combos more with the deck. It gets 4 cards from the grave for free Monster Reborn, and I just feel like it has more synergy with the deck. Move on to the spells. He ran 3 Yangzing paths, and this is something that I'm very happy with. I've noticed a lot from a lot of deck profiles that a lot of Yangzing players up this to 3, and I'm glad I got at least one thing right. So 3 paths, 3 MST, still staple. We still don't want anyone to resolve any vanities against us or any other floodgate that's detrimental. 3 Upstart. I'm actually sad that I didn't see this. This is a combo based deck, and Upstart helps combo based decks. So I'm sad that I couldn't see this on my own, but great choice nonetheless. 2 Dark Holes. Sorry I don't have the second Dark Hole with me. I think it's currently in another deck. Book of Moon. This is again one of my tech choices. I believe the gentleman was running a Regeki, and I just feel that Book of Moon is more versatile in every matchup. And then for his final spells, the awesome tech were these field spells: 2 Black Gardens and a Necro Valley, along with 1 Terraforming. I'll talk about these later after the deck profile. So moving on to the traps. Triple Creation. Rather than my mistake, I'm keeping those in. Speaking about mistakes, 3 mistakes. This is a card that I've been shying away from in my previous builds, and I don't know why, because it's such an amazing card. So that's one of my mistakes. And then to the 1-ofs, 1 Skill Drain, 1 Crush card, and 1 Torrential Tribute. Now, going back to the field spells, it's probably the main topic of discussion here. Basically, what he was doing different that I wasn't, and he was running the field spells, Black Guardian and Necro Valley. Both of these cards being amazing field spells. Necro Valley, the most important thing here is that neither card from either's play grave can be removed from play, which means no karma cuts, and Trish has no value, and the Necro's player also can't banish mirrors to search. But another important thing about this card is that cards in either player's graves cannot be affected by card effects except their own, which means that, against the Tellers, they can't Altair, they can't call, they can't Soul Charge, and that's very, very important against that matchup. And BA2, as far as I know, Dante can't move cards. He can't get himself, and Sir doesn't work either, so it helps with that matchup a lot. What I have been doing instead of Necro Valley is using this. That's what I have used, and I've had some success, but more or less I've been winning more with this gentleman's deck than my own. And I see why, because this card just says don't banish. This has an additional effect. So this card has some utility in the version that I was playing, but I feel like this card just does more for more matchups. Well, this one only helps with maybe 1 matchup or 2. So that's for Necro Valley. And Black Guardian. Black Guardian was very interesting at first. I had thought about it long time ago when Yangzings were first announced, but at the time Black Guardian was really expensive, and it never went past, a thought. And I'm glad I got to see his deck profile and test this out for myself. It's a really, really good card. It's almost an auto win against Burning Abyss. Just activate it and summon a monster. And with all our monsters recurring, you can flood your opponent's board with tokens very, very easily. The only bad thing is that I believe they can be tributed, so it's not that good against Cleese. But Other than that, I mean, this card's no big deal, and it actually helps us a little bit because when they summon, we get tokens, and of course, we're playing a synchro-based deck, so we can just synchro with the tokens and get them off. And another interesting thing, Black Garden's second effect, which lets you destroy all tokens and special summon a monster with equal to attack. Beyond actually has 1600 attack, which is the equivalent of 2 tokens. So this card can actually revive a Beyond for free. And of course, any synchro with any multiple of 800 attacks, such as, 24 or 32. It's very, very interesting tech. Going back to my Imperial Iron Wall, in my past builds, I've been testing this in conjunction with Imperial Custom. Now, needless to say, if you have a situation that I find myself in a lot is I have this face up, Imperial Custom face down, and let's say a face up Skill Drain or Mistake. And what happens is that they'll try to MST one of the floodgates, and then you just flip over Imperial Custom, and they basically went minus. And another thing, I mean, this is how I've been using it. Nobody has told me otherwise, but as far as I know, this card reads that face-up continuous trap cards cannot be destroyed except it. So I've been using this against Cleave players that still run Storm. So what happens is that they'll storm your board, you'll flip this over. Even if they targeted this card, only this card can just be destroyed. So your other floodgates would be safe. Like, that's how I've been playing it. Nobody has told me otherwise. If it is different than what I just did, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cheat anybody. You guys let me know down in the comments below. But that's basically what I've been playing. Another thing that I wanted to talk about his deck profile is actually his trap lineup. I feel like in my version, I've been playing too many traps. And I feel that maybe, 9 traps is a good amount of traps. These are all the traps that you're running here are important basically to the deck. You have your +1 every turn, you have your stop your opponent, and then you have your stop your opponent traps. So I really, really like his trap lineup. Going forward with Yang Zings, I can't see myself running any other trap. Maybe if something comes like Techie, when the meta changes and we need to adjust, we can adjust for it by maybe searching won't be as relevant when Necros go away. Maybe the mistakes will go. Who knows? But I really, really like the short trap count and the upstarts. So going forward from here, that's definitely going to stay the same. So yeah, other than that, I'm going to have videos about the new support that Yang Zing is going to be getting. I don't know if I'm going to do them before it comes out, but I'll definitely be talking about it. I want to show you guys my deck building process, my thought process on card choices and that kind of thing. So look forward to those videos, and I'll see you in the next one.